Yeah, exactly. So before it was in stress, when the plant is in stress, too hot, too cold, too dry, too wet, then they get into stress. And then you give them Shuma and everything's okay.
它会受到蚜虫的侵害的时候，就是它受到压力，所以它就害怕，就不健康，所以蚜虫来了它就没有办法抵抗。那荨麻喷了之后，就像我们的喝它一样，就开始 strong 强壮。
对，事实上每种植物，假如它本身够强壮的话，它自然就会抑敌啊，有抑敌的
是这样，所以那个概念要稍微清楚，不是把它杀掉，是让它本身强壮有抵抗力。这个要弄清楚哦，不然你就会想说，我后一盖拿拄着遇到病虫害来了，我就拿这个来喷就好了。这个概念要好，那个因果要好，是这样。
慢慢。
那个我有4个问题哦。第一个，刚才讲说那个就是刺荨麻的部分哦。刚才讲说雌雄异株嘛哈，那他说有母牛的那个特性哦，那是不是要跟母牛一样交配过之后才有能量哈？对。因为是不是雌雄异株？那我种一株公的，是不是有效哦？还是种一株母的？是不是要找到公母种在一起？这是第一个问题哦。第二个问题是说，
So maybe one is male, one is female.
So to say.
Yeah.
So to say.
So only male have the effect or both. Yeah.
And of course it is not male and female because there is no astral body normally in the plant, and even the plant it's not really fully, there's no passion or even instinct.
Only the pollination, after pollination.
Right, yeah, just these are opposites, but it's not, they're not.
It's their life.
Okay, break time. We get together again at 10:45.
10:45。我们休息一下，那个问题等一下可以。
And then, sorry, this took longer, but it was an important one, and you all experienced its goodness.
就是因为老师说他这个讲的时间稍微讲多一点嘛，所以为了让大家更了解一下。
So, I wanted to say we will not have the same amount of time later for going into everything, but I wanted to go through the other plants as well.
好，老师现在就是要出去之前把这个其他的植物再讲。
This was nice to spend a lot of time here with our special friend Prima.
刺荨麻太特殊了，他讲了太多时间。
Just something more on growing the plants. The Shuma, you could buy seeds, but it's the easiest if you find a place where it grows and you just take a little piece, you cut out a little piece and you take that home.
除了可以用那个种子繁殖以外啊，其实我们可以用那个扦插繁殖，但是它有种茎，用分出的
Every plant is, in a way, an organ of the earth, means an expression of the earth in a given place.
那个植物在这个地球上生长，有点像一些相对应的一些器官，整解释到这样。
And it grows in a given place because it's right there.
对，他讲的这些，我再把刚才这个数字这样。每个植物它是长得蛮特殊的，所以它必须要有特别的，就是适当的地点生长。
And the earth may need it in this place because it is a healer. These plants are healers, and so it may be needed in this place. The stinging nettle grows in a place because it's messy, it needs to be cleaned up.
再重新组合一下。这个植物 它每个植物都有它的特别的这个疗愈的功效，所以它会找它适当的地点，表示这个地方就是需要这种植物的那个疗愈的力量，所以它就长在这个地方。比如刚才我讲的刺荨麻，它就是长在那种比较杂乱还有潮湿还有那些一些矿物质在里面，尤其是铁的成分在里面的那些。也就是说，那种垃圾场的旁边那个地方，它就是长在那里，然后把那种东西把它吸掉，然后疗愈的去带。不用这样解释，大家会大家理解。
But then at the same time, it can become a healing plant for us because we may have something in our body that's not balanced that needs that plant as well.
对，那我们同样的，我们人类力不平衡的时候，那我们也可以利用这些植物的这些疗效来疗愈我们。
So, we're done with Shinma, now we move on to another plant, and this is the chamomile.
Chamomile, now
Two different.
Two different. So this is like another variety.
This is the annual chamomile, this is a perennial.
Yeah.
This is called Roman chamomile.
So 这个是罗马洋甘菊啊，这是多年生的，这是德国洋甘菊一年生。
You call it German or what?
German 德国。德国。那个语
高的是德国，他们德国人的比较高，所以他罗马人就比较矮。
Yes.
It's Roma.
Right. Like sitting.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. What's the quality of this plant? And you only see part of the plant. Best time to start it is in the fall, probably here as well.
你看那个植物的形态，它其实应该是在秋季的时候就开始种植。
Probably here, October, maybe possibly November.
大概11月到12月。
For us, maybe September in California, maybe September, but here, I think October, November.
那个在卡利福尼亚，整个那种片大概就是9月就可以开始种。
This plant now is an annual or biennial. It grows either just in 1 year or over the winter.
Yeah. 那个它有，如果你当年种嘛，9月种，然后它当年就开完花，那个就是天年，就是一年生的啊。那如果我们大概11月、12月种的时候，然后到隔年的2、3月或者1月就开花了，因为过了一个年，2年生的意义是这样。
If you want to grow the plant, you could just buy tea and use the tea bag and open it and put it on the ground.
OK， 你要种洋甘菊也许你就可以去买那个洋甘菊的那个茶包有没有？好，那你买回来之后，如果它是很新鲜的那个当年的茶包，其实你把它拆开来之后，去把它种，也许可以就会种得起来。Maybe 啦，那如果没有干燥很多的话
Tiny little seeds, tiny little seeds.
种子非常小。
And they don't want to be covered a lot with soil. Maybe you can just press them gently into the soil.
所以你在种的时候，不要覆盖很多的那个土块，因为它很细，所以它慢慢就是一层浅浅的土下来。
Make sure you don't get too many in one place. Very thin.
就是一个地方你不要撒太多了。其实我们在浇的时候是用那个细沙土，把它浇掉了。线。
What's the scent? That's a good idea. Good idea. That's right. Okay, good. And then you can start them in a pot that way. And then come December, you will transplant them and give them more space. And you can give them maybe 40 centimeters or maybe 50 centimeters because they can get big.
那我们可以先用如果我们先用育苗的话，它的12月呢就放水，就也不是放水，可以就定植到天地。
Maybe put them closer because where I am they get big, but maybe here they don't get that big. So you can be closer. You can try
所以
30
其实它栽培出去看你的需求的，因为31尺一球，30公分重，那或者是你给它40、50都可以。那你当然株距大的时候，它就长得比较，如果成果了成果那它就长得很大。
And the reason you start in the fall is so that the plant gets a start in the cooler season when it doesn't immediately want to flower because the forces are going down to the earth and they're not coming up again. The light is decreasing, not increasing.
我们秋季种的时候，它就是力量是往下嘛，然后到了那个春天的时候，它才开始长，所以你要知道。种了之后，它大概到什么时候它会开始开花？那个力量往上的时候，它才会往上开花。
So at the end of the year, the plant just spreads and spreads almost flat and does not really reach up yet. There's good number of shoots, as you can see in here too. Pass that around to you. Translation.
Yeah, 它就是那时候它力量是往下。所以往下，然后生长开了。
And then come early spring, then they will start pushing up. They make stems, as you see here. This is actually good time. It could have been earlier, actually.
所以它比较现在春天了，那个比较像那个秋天种的时候，它整个力量还往下在生长，往下生长去吸取那个地下的那个力量。对，然后像这一根有没有？像这一根是已经春天了，它力量已经开始往上升了，开始扑出去了，所以你就可以感觉到它那个就是要开花了。对，也就是这一株就看起来它要开花了。但是OK，捞一点，那边对，慢慢看，仔细观察，不要。
到底几月开花？因为他是说1、2月。
你看你大概什么时候种？现在其实这个都是已经比较晚。正常的现在现在快10月底了，几乎都要开完。不过你要看当年，但是
This was started at the beginning of the year, right? Yeah? Yes. So for us it's better to start in the fall. Maybe January is okay here. I'm not sure.
不是，就是说，其实我们如果再放在网室里面，像这种你把它放在网室，它还是会完整它那个，因为我在照顾，它还是会完整开花，但是开花不会很漂亮。那你如果早一点种到田里去，比如说11月那时候疫苗，或者是提前10月疫苗，然后11月、12月就再把它种到田里面。那经过一个稍微过年那个比较短一个冬天有没有一个比较冷的气候之后，那到大概2、3月它就开始开始长。然后台湾的气候很快，因为它到了2、3月的时候，它气候又一下又它又起来，所以它基本上开花的时间就大概1个月左右。那如果你没有摘花的话，那更快，没有把它花摘掉，它一下开完，就完成它生命史。你有把它摘花的话，它会继续一直开。
Are people you familiar with the plant? Is it used in Taiwan?
Yeah, this is the most early imported.
Okay.
Flower tea.
Okay.
Made by 那最早的花果茶，其实就是这个洋甘菊的那个花。台湾那个超市在卖那个花果茶，进口的花果茶，一小包的那个 tea bag， 大概25包，大概200块到300块那里。最早的是洋甘菊。
What would people use it for? What would people use the tea for? For what conditions? Why would people
为
drink
什
it?
么要喝洋甘菊？
为什么要喝洋甘菊？
治疗
洋甘菊草，
治疗感冒。
退会，
助眠啊，
哦，
放松，放松。
消炎，
relax。
消炎，
退会。
请问可以用其他的，比如说韩菊什么菊来代替？
消暑。
台湾的
然后他现在不是，他现在问你说，
我知道，就是大家那个流行，
不死里。
不要死死，
放松。
So we have the picture of relaxing, being able to sleep, relax and sleep. Cold when it's, you're not comfortable, you can finally feel whole, feel well, as you get better.
需要，就是很等人啊，需要人家帮忙的那种感觉的时候。
Any other use that you're aware of? Other conditions?
还有其他的状况，我会想去喝洋甘菊草。
口苦呢？啊？
想要这个味道，美容。
口水。
提什么
菊花有一种特殊的。
？Refresh. Yes. Yes.
必须都有这样。
One good thing too is after a meal, and you want to make sure digestion goes well, people would drink tea. Particularly in Central America, South America, people love to drink it after a meal, after eating. All any meals.
就是吃饱饭，喝一杯洋甘菊茶，帮助消化，所以它的作用是肠胃，让肠胃温暖，让肠胃帮助消化。
Women may use it too for menstrual cramps.
那时候月经痛，也是月经痛。
But also for other cramps when you just feel tight.
这个其实就是那个肠绞痛那种感觉的时候，可以喝一下，
And the stinging nerves relax. It helps you
就
to
是
relax.
让放松。跟我们以前，跟我们以前想吃的洋甘菊不一样，我们一直就想让它是它是放松而已，just reduction， 那个帮助睡眠，叫做 sleep， 那个 coffee。just all， 没有去想到这个的部分。其实他在欧美国家，他们为什么喝那么多？其实因为他们肉吃很多，常常会吃比较多的，需要的。
So when it grows, then it makes the stems up, and it comes higher, and then finally opens the little flowers, which have white petals. And they first open like this, and then they open more, and eventually they go all the way like this.
对，是这样讲，大家都清楚了。那就是那个这样像这个已经都生长了嘛哈，然后这个花就开在那个头，那它的花是白色的那个花瓣，然后朝向阳光，然后这样包这样，然后这样子的一个感觉。
And when you look carefully how the flowers, because it's a composite flower, how it develops, it starts flowering at the base next to the petals, and then it goes up in this kind of cone form flower. And first, you have the flower, and then on top you have the head. Yeah. And then it starts flowering here at the base. The flowers open, the little flowers in there, and then it goes higher to the middle, and then finally it flowers way on top.
大家知道伞形花科的植物哈，它是伞形看 pos 的伞形花科的植物，然后这个是它的那个应该是花瓣，应该是那个花叶的花的部分，然后中间才是开花的孔，对不对？那它开花是从这边一直。
When in the beginning maybe more like this, and then it will be like that. And by the time it flowers on the top, petals will be like this.
哦，花萼对不对？就是外面那一圈那个白色的，看起来是花的那个花朵，好大，然后中间那个才是花。
So you could say maybe the picture of the plant is true, that it shows first, and then it says, it's relaxed, it's relaxed.
OK，
Yeah?
表现出来了。
哦，对对对，所以你就是从老师现在在教你的是那个植物观察，你观察那个姿态，它开花的姿态，然后它的作用是那样嘛，所以你就从那边看出来，原来是这样，为什么它会有那个效果？
But you have to get the flowers before the plant is too relaxed, because otherwise she'll lose her seeds. The plant will lose its seeds.
Oh, lose seed.
Lose seeds. If you wait too long with harvesting the flower until they're way on top,
Okay.
then they will be.
Okay. 你那个到最后它就会变成褐色的时候，那个种子就掉，自动的掉下来。
Okay. So the picture that we have, so you pick the flowers in the morning, maybe once a week. You can do that over 4 weeks, 5, 6 weeks. You can pick.
我们就每天早上就是看到那个适当的那个程度的那个花，就开始采收。那大概可以在他那边大概可以采到4个礼拜到5个礼拜。
采收花，
就是那个会桃，
会桃的。
上根。
用这样。
But when I pick it, I don't pick just individual flowers. It will take too long.
老师不会这样一头一头去摘，采收浪费太多，1个礼拜大概采收1次。
You want to get younger flowers, not when they're too old. Like what I do is I go where they're blooming together. I go with my hand under, and then the flowers are in here, and then I pull off.
是这样弄，这样插上去之后，在下面把它拿掉，这样就比较好摘。要不然你一朵一朵摘，你就会开始说，我这也合。
So we want flowers, not stems.
只要那个花头不要，就是那大朵花的那个茎秆不要，就是不是花茎不要。
But now I want you to understand a little more about the healing effect of the plant.
老师再教多一点那个疗愈的那个效果。
So we said it helps us to relax. How is its relationship to the soil?
那它会帮忙我们放松嘛，但是它跟土壤有什么相关的？
There's different type of chamomile. We have one little type. It's a little plant, very short, and it goes directly next where we all the time step, where we walk. It's not well. It's a different type. It's not.
它有另外一个那个品种的那个洋甘菊比较小，它种的蛮区的，然后去把它踏上。
But also in Germany, where it grows, it would be where the soil is denser. Dense.
对，它这种水果洋甘菊，它比较希望那种紧实的那种土壤状态。
The plant is able to work with tight situations.
tight。
Tight.
它那个土壤就是比较喜欢那种紧密的那种。
白垩土、粘土。
不要塞。
不要，然后再往下听，他现在讲这个。
So the same good healing effect that it has on us, it also has on the soil, to loosen, to release.
因为German planting is
Denser soil, it can handle it.
soil,
It can handle it.
and in growing
Next flower is okay, and then, but the healing effect is also in the plant, in its roots, for the soil.
OK。它那个土壤不是，他喜欢那种比较土壤比较紧密的，但是它的根可以往下去伸展，然后这样 理解哈。
所以他在帮忙松土的，他会帮忙。
没有，那个状况就像我们这个很紧张嘛，那喝了下去，然后就帮你松软，所以他喜欢那种状况的土，然后它的根可以进去伸展开来，就稍微要一点想象力。OK，
Good. So, great healing plant. We know now it's relaxing, it's helpful, and it's good in digestion.
所以这种植物它就表现出来就有那种帮助那个消化的那个力量。
So Rudolf Steiner suggested now you take the flowers of chamomile and you put them, you make sausages with them, and you use the small intestines of a cow, a bovine.
OK， 所以洋甘菊，因为它有那个帮助消化的效果，所以洋甘菊的配方，它就会放在那个牛小肠里面，把它塞到那个里面，用那个肠牛小肠来做它的配方。
And this sausage, then, or sausages, you put in the ground for the winter months.
所以我们做成的那个洋甘菊的，他们喜欢讲这个洋甘菊的香肠，洋甘菊的香肠，放冬天的时候就放在土壤里面，把它埋在土壤里面。
So that it's surrounded by the vitality of the soil in the winter. I talked about it yesterday in relationship to the home.
OK， 那就是像我们第一个配方讲的一样啊，秋冬季节吸起大地的这些力量、这些生命力啊进来。
So in many plants and many trees, deciduous trees, we see in the summer the life is all up and it's green, and then in the fall the leaves fall down and the vitality goes back into the ground.
同样啊，这老师已经讲过了，就是秋冬季节的时候，不是秋冬季节的很多的植物哈，那春夏的时候，它就整个力量就往上去开花啦，那个秋冬季节的时候，就落叶整个沉静下来，回归到大地里面，它整个力量就跑到地球里面来。
We want this chamomile to become stronger than what it was already before, the healer that it was already, and make that healing effect stronger. That's why we put it in the earth.
那我们希望它的力，我们刚才也讲过，洋甘菊你去把它拿来喝的时候，它就有那些力量嘛，哈，对人来讲有那些疗愈的力量。那现在我们要把它转换成对土地有疗愈的力量，所以我们再加强，所以我们把它放在那个牛小肠里面，然后再把秋冬季节的时候埋在地下，然后再去转换吸收更多的力量去帮它去做转换。
But then a good home for the chamomile is actually the intestines, because it is in the human being, this is one of the areas where it's the most beneficial. Because when it can relax here, then all the rest of us is relaxed as well.
OK， 那我们知道啊，胃肠啊，这等下老婆松怀，你整个全身就不舒服，对不对？所以洋甘菊就是给我们这样子的一个疗愈的一个效果。
We can sleep well because we are relaxed overall, but it starts here. If it's tired at night and you want to sleep, you can't sleep.
所以我们晚上如果这里点哈，尤其是胃那个定表那些，那你怎么睡觉？一定睡不着，所以一定要这里松软了之后很放松，所以你才会睡得很好。
That's the reason we put it in the intestines. And for that purpose, we strip it first, get the liquid out, but the flora remains. We don't wash it.
我们这个不要弄湿了，那个洋甘菊不要弄湿，不要湿的，然后把它装到那个羊肠里面。不是那个牛小肠。
新鲜采的还是？
对，新鲜。
连根吗？粗连根吗
？No， 只有fresh or dry.
Because we may not have it ready when we need it. It can be dried, and then you make a tea with the flowers, and you add it to the flowers so that it is just moist, but that when you squeeze it, that no water comes out.
OK， 就是新鲜的可以。那如果是干的，我们就再用那个 煮那个洋甘菊的茶，帮它湿润，不要太多的水料，再把秀发等等的，就是不要水。它湿润以后，你俩是搭，如果是干的，就是把它湿润。煮洋甘菊茶。
If you can manage, you get enough flowers this summer, we can make maybe a sausage this fall. And if you get help with finding the intestine, when would help? You would find.
老师说，我们这个如果现在去把它种，然后在这个夏天能够收集到足够的这个洋甘菊，它秋天来的时候就可以教我们怎么做这个洋甘菊的香肠来吃。
So you want to make the idea in biodynamics, as I explained yesterday, is that you try to produce all you need in your farm, in your garden itself. That's also why it's good to make preparations here, and not that you have to buy them from Australia, from America, from someplace far away.
所以生机动力农法的这个概念里面，我们就是要一个农场自给自足自给自足，所以老师还是建议我们就是自己做，自己制造这些配方出来，不用不是到欧洲去，到美国去，到这个去。尽量我们台湾可以自己做。
And of course, you can also ask Jobon if he has preparations. He's close by, and he's your closest neighbor, so to say, biodynamic neighbor.
我这边有一个那个张佑东先生，他其实他就在
大理那边
他做的，其实在台湾他是最早做 BD 的 BD 农协理 BD 农法，他也到跟昨天的那个周老师到那个北谷去学过，他是做的很好，他配方也都会做，所以大家如果有兴趣可以去拜访他，去看，去跟他交谈，跟他学看他到底做的如何。
But you are also learning about it, and I'm telling you everything about it, so that later on, when you use the preparations, it's not just like 502 to 507, just a little something that you know, you've experienced the quinoa and everything else.
就是说，我们在使用这些配方的时候，因为我们这些配方都有用编号，比如说那个牛角是110，11就是501，这个就是502。503、504，那你去农场用的时候，不能讲说我今天就用501去使用，那502去使用，那502的植物是什么？不晓得啊，这个是什么？不晓得，刺青马是什么？不晓得，这样没有意义。
That's why I was asked to come here and help.
所以老师才会接受邀请来这边教我们说，500、501它的配方就是这个东西，这个植物，教我们认识这个植物，它的疗愈效果是在哪里？对比是这样，然后它跟土地的关系是怎么样？它为什么我们要用这个？他刚才。他不是请教，他不是问什么，就那我们台湾有那么多的行情可以用，可以，其实也可以，也许你经过植物观察之后，你发现它的那个疗愈的效果是跟它一样，OK 啊，就可以期待啊，可以上去。因为台湾we have many precision flower. Find out
right, exactly.
Similar effects to can we use that?
Yeah, right. And then you have to realize too, when you grow this plant and you grow seeds, and some of them will, the flower, some of them will be too far and will go to seed. Then you have seed for next generation. And then the next generation, it means that after a while they belong also more where you are.
我们拿回去种之后，在我们自己的地方种之后，让它继续长，让种子都掉下来，或者是你把它种子保留之后，明年时间到再把它种，那一年种之后，它就适应我们的地方，就可以显出 是我们这个地方的这个驯化的一个品种。
Okay, now these precious sausages with chamomile inside have been in the ground for the winter, and we take them now out of the ground in springtime, and then we use just a little bit of it, like a pinch, 3-finger pinch or a teaspoon amount of preparation.
OK， 我们那个冬天买进去嘛，哈，秋天买进去，春天拿出来之后，它就已经转化成那个洋甘菊的那个留小长的那个堆肥，那个应该是看过，应该是堆肥。我们只要用这样，像小针一样的量就够了。
This will help the plants that grow in that compost eventually. After you put it in the compost pile and then apply to the land, the plants that grow in there will be more protected from fungal problems.
我们做堆肥的时候，这样一点点的量啊，把它放到那个我们堆肥里面。OK， 然后我们的堆肥做完成了，你拿那个堆肥土用在我们的土壤的时候，它可以有真菌，预防真菌的这些病害，让你的土壤健康，你的真菌病害不会产生。
But it also helps the compost in the process of making that it doesn't lose so much nitrogen, because that can be a problem.
OK， 那我们在制作堆肥的时候，经常那个氮会流失很快。那你用了它的配方，这个配方进去的时候，可以避免那个氮的那个流失。
And it has a similar and it has a similar effect that a nice cup of chamomile tea would have for your whole well-being.
OK， 他说这样子的作用就有点像我们喝那个洋甘菊的茶那样的一个作用。
Yeah. Keeping them more
可以
nitrogen
想象啊。
for the plants and keeping more nitrogen in the soil, protecting against some fungal problems, and just happy growth, so to say.
OK， 那我们用那种堆肥到土壤去啊，那就可以避免很多的那种真菌性的这个疾病，所以植物啊就可以很快乐的活，很relaxing， 就不会肠子不住。植物的肠子要怎么不住？
I want to move next to Fugon Yin. Isn't this very different from what we've seen before?
这个跟我们以前看到的不一样。
What's different? Say from this plant or what you see here. We hadn't seen this flower, but you have to imagine that it grows up and finally flowers with the leaves along the stem.
跟我们刚才看过的这几样植物，你看一个看起来
向上生长
它比较发散，
，open，
Yes.
四周围。
Mm-hmm. Yes. Right.
好像武器。
不会吗？没有关系。
感觉比较好吃。
What's that?
After relax.
Okay. Yes.
就是开放，这样比较好吃。
Yes. So this way of growing, this is called rosette, like when a rose flower opens. Rosette means it just stays on the ground, like a head of lettuce, for instance, or spinach. Yeah, not growing up, but just hanging on the ground.
它不是像那个天上这样子去生长力开放，它是这样对着的，平平的这样展开。
This plant will never do what this one here does, making the stem, a firm stem, and with leaves on the side and growing until it finally flowers.
你不会看到蒲公英会长 长那个茎秆这样这样上，对不对？它就是在地面上就展开了。
Stays close to the ground, but then yet it makes flowers, but on a very tender stem. That's all, and it never goes further than just having this.
它开花的时候，对不对？它会长出它的那个花茎，可是这个花茎柔软，你看这个天很柔软啊，
随风摇曳。
You know, when you take a leaf, you look, you get milk juice.
有点类似，像那个莴苣，其实你把它摘开，它也有点那个釉在白白的。
The roots are a tap root,
Yeah.
but also the root is soft. Everything here is soft.
它那个地下茎是主根性的，但是你把它拿下来的时候，它还是软软的，不是硬硬的。虽然它是主根啊，一般的主根就是像主根性的那个植物，那个主根都是硬的，但是蒲公英的那个根你把它拿起来，它还是软软的。
And yet it's not a plant that will just live very shortly and then die right away. It lives maybe 10 years or so, or longer.
OK， 它应该是多年生的植物，不是1年生的。可以活很久。
So a picture of youth, of innocence in a certain way, but also being faithful to the earth and not wanting to go away from the earth.
它表现的特性就是说，它要在地球上，它不想往上飞到宇宙去，它要对，就是要在蜗居在地里，保持稍微想一下。
And then it has these interesting flowers.
这个很有趣的那个花朵。
Actually, I cheated here because there are no.
这个是那个老师刚刚从田里摘下来给老师看的。
I want to show you the flowers.
老师要给大家看，你要采这个花到底是什么时候比较适合的时间？
You have this came from the garden.
从那个田里，刚才那个慧敏老师。
But now you have to see what happens, how sensitive this plant is.
它怎么样是有那种敏感性 ，sensitive 敏感性。
Had it been very windy this morning, it would have stayed closed. It would not have opened.
我觉得非常敏感，就是有点风它就包起来，它就不开。
When it gets dark in the evening, it closes for the night. When in the evening, when it gets dark, it closes.
晚上的时候它就包起来，然后早上才开。
Even when a dark cloud comes during the day and it becomes dark, it closes.
就是阴天的时候它也不打开。
So what does it show you? What is it showing you? What does it say?
对，那这样子，它告诉你。
It says, I'm in touch with everything. I feel everything. And it comes to me and gives me a feeling.
给我，对，给我一个感受。
光月
Light, heat.
Yeah, not so much that you will not see so much the effect of this, but more conditions that may not be so good, then it will be more closed.
他喜欢光明，不喜欢黑暗。
Light. You like light?
Light, yeah, maybe the difference between light and darkness.
不是光跟暗。
Too much, if you will, too much earthly factors or darkness, water, rain, that will close the flower. But the light itself, the cosmic,